Doing some exploration today. We just came across this zone. We have been here before, but we're going to do a bit more sampling in detail. There's lots of pieces like this. Quartz, which is mostly barren. But then if you look at the host rock is all mineralized with pyrite, chalcopyrite. So let's take a look at a small quarry and showing. More quartz. So what it's looking like is obviously your quartz and your mineral and your host rock were deposited at a different time. You can see the heavy oxidization and your sulfidization staining on the rock. So right here you have a small little quarry. It's exposed on both sides of the rock. And both sides are mineralized with stringers of pyrite. So we're going to take a couple samples from what we can find here. The stringers are very small. And you do have mineralization throughout some of the schists found as disseminations. So you can see, like right here, your schists are mineralized. There you have a bit of quartz, but beside it you have a sulfide vein, and you can see here little bits of sulfides all throughout. Any big quartz veins, those are pretty much all barren. It's just your quartz that's interwoven with your schists like that has mineral. Again, disseminations of pyrite. So you can see your burgundy right there. That's from your oxidization of iron. You have your yellow staining here. That's from your sulfur in your iron pyrite. So I've seen a couple spots I could take some decent samples from. Again, look at the size of the stringers here. Just micro. But there's tons and tons of them all throughout. So here's a nice looking one here. You have quartz, which is actually mineralized. So this will probably be a good spot to take a sample from. Right in here. Nice little mineralized area right there. Again, a little bit more. Sulfides. That's a decent sized sulfide vein right there. So there's quite a few areas we can take samples from. And now we're going to do just that. We're picking up 2 samples here, one from sulfide vein there, another from sulfide vein right here by this quartz, and this is my sample right here. So there is quartz in there, and it's mostly pyrite, but you do have chalcopyrite in there. Alright, so I just pulled another sample out of right here, and you have a sample that is loaded with chalcopyrite and minor amounts of pyrite. So, decent sample. You can see all the chalcopyrite right in there. So here is the other showing over here. You have a little quartz vein over there, a little bit of mineral up here. You can see a vein right here. And then over here you got more exposed quartz, but that's barren. And here there is another showing. Along here you can see you have a 5, 6, 7 centimeter wide sulfide vein, and all along in here too. So we'll probably pull a couple samples from here. So pulled a little bit of that vein off here. You can see exposed a bit better. A few more pieces here. So we got enough for a decent sample. So in the same zone, we just found a quartz vein here and pulled a couple samples off of it. Most of it looks like it's barren, but then chasing it farther up, you can see there's actually pyrite, chalcopyrite, maybe some pyrrhotite, and you can see some copper sulfides staining your malachite. And it looks like the vein goes, so we're gonna pull a little bit of this off and try and get a good sample. Alright, so we've been working on this vein a little bit. We've gotten a bunch of chunks out. Most of it's been barren, with the occasional speck of chalcopyrite, which is giving you your green in the rock. And we just pulled off this piece right here from right in there, and we found some mineralization. So take a look at this piece. Just loaded with chalcopyrite. So let's take a look at the back side of this sample and see what else we got. Some very nice pieces here. Broke open that sample a bit. So you got some heavily mineralized pieces of quartz here. Loads of chalcopyrite. Minor amounts of iron pyrite. Nice little showing there. So we got some samples from here. So here's a few more of the samples. So that's the quartz vein over there. We keep getting distracted and finding more and more little sulfide exposures. Right here. All in here. We got lots of sampling to do today. Lots of mineralized rocks. Another piece right here. So this is really opening up into something nice. You got hordes and hordes of mineral all over the place. Got a bit of chalcopyrite in this one. It's a really nice sample there. Nice big one here. And that is all from in here. It's opening up into something really nice. Seems like this is your mineralized area here, and you have a nice big quartz vein right beside it, but it doesn't look too mineralized, if at all. Looks like there's quite a bit more areas where you have some quartz and mineralization in it, but the quartz is quite a bit smaller. Stringers. And that leads us back to our last showing here we want to take a look at. So just look at the mineral running through everywhere. This zone is just loaded. We've found, I'd say, 25-30 separate areas of mineralization like this one. So pretty cool cool area, and really cool samples. Here we go. A few samples from the last little showing we're going to look at today. Right in there. More solid minerals from that vein. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. We're going to stay and work this for a little bit more. And we'll film it and we'll post it on our second channel, so if you guys want to see that. And pulling more samples off this quartz vein, head on over there. We got some good ones to show you. Take care.